Teaching and business objectives. Sometimes a course might use a teaching or a training objective, which, unlike performance objectives, do not normally specify what the learner will be able to do at the end of the course. However, this is because they are designed to give the teacher useful guidelines, and they may use some technical terms which perhaps are not intended for the learner, but they are only intended for the teacher and for the specialists. Examples of such type of objectives can be seen here. The modules on this course will provide a foundation for future letter writing courses. The course is designed to increase participants' awareness. The training will enable participants at management levels. So as we can see here that they are not written in precise terms, and you can see that the words awareness and provide a foundation and enable participants are not something which exactly specify what these objectives are. Sometimes it is useful that students are asked to write their own objectives. So they can be given a form in which there are sentences, half sentences like, at the end of this course, I hope to be able to. So the student can then fill up this sentence and write his own objectives about what are his expectations from the course. Sometimes it is difficult to describe language or communication skills with precision. It is difficult to quantify language, and then it is difficult to measure language. So this is because teaching language and communication is very difficult to assess, because we are trying to test competence, linguistic competence, which is centered around accuracy, fluency, and effectiveness. And all of them are very difficult to assess, except accuracy, for which we can have an objective kind of assessment. So a compromise has to be done, and we have to combine both objectivity and subjectivity in order to assess linguistic competence. If we look at this one, this objective, we see here again that it states that the aim of the course is to prepare participants to take part in negotiations. But then again, these objectives are not written in precise terms. An increased awareness and understanding of, ability to listen actively, and the ability to clarify and summarize. All of these are not precise terms. These are not clear and as precise. For example, what do we actually mean by increased awareness, or what do we mean by understanding, and so on. So if we try to make it more precise, then we can say that this course will help you to take part in negotiations with foreign partners. You will learn about different types of negotiations, the most common strategies and tactics, how to listen carefully to what is being said, how to clarify and summarize at appropriate moments. So we can see here that now the same objectives have been written in more concise terms. Okay, business objectives might be quite different from teaching objectives. For example, the type of objectives which we have just seen, they are related to business, about negotiation. So in a negotiation training, the real business objective may be to maximize the company's profit. It would not be for linguistic accuracy or fluency or effectiveness, but it would be more to maximize the company's profits. It would be perhaps more to improve the motivation of its employees, so that that would mean more profits for the company in terms of better employees, or it could be to promote a better image of the company in public, which could ultimately lead to improved sales. So the outcome of the course can be seen in terms of what has been learned, focusing on the learner, or it could be seen in the changes in the workplace or the business results, focusing on the business profits. As all business English teachers know, that there are several practical constraints which are there while teaching a business English course. First of all, objectives can change for the teachers as well as the learners after the start of the course. The teacher perhaps would become aware of the objectives after the course is well into its progress. Similarly, people have got different objectives. The learners would have different objectives. The employees of a company would have different objectives. So this needs to be recognized. Then another problem which most business English teachers testify to is the lack of attendance. Once people have signed in that they would do a course, but then they find more pressing problems and they do not attend a course. And when the managers become annoyed, they simply say that perhaps the course is not good enough for them, or this is a reflection on the teacher. So it is important to have some additional objectives written before the start of a course, which could be like attendance. To complete the course successfully, participants will attend 18 out of 20 classes. The participant will complete 15 modules from the online syllabus by June 1. So these would provide guidelines for the smooth running of the course. These additional objectives need to be agreed with the sponsor or with the HOD or the human resource manager. Such type of additional objectives are helpful to avoid future problems in the running of the course.